space crunch in the Mamaroneck School District may see some Chatsworth students going to the hummocks.
No new taxes proposed in the new budget for the town of Mamaroneck.
Mamaroneck Village finances looking brighter.
A car crashes into a homeowner's porch. Just a close call.
A Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News ex-weatherman pays a visit.
And our question of the week: what do you think about impeachment of the president? And how do you make a tree troll? It's all here on Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News for mid-December 1998. I'm Roger Norham.
And I'm Alyssha Miro. Our top story: the Mamaroneck School District is taking a closer look at the hummocks facility to help solve some space problems. And there's talk of possibly moving some students from Chatsworth Avenue to the hummocks next year. Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Glenna Gray spoke with the president of the Mamaroneck School Board, Barbara Bennett-Rones.
It's a wonderful time around the schools right now. We've got a lot of holiday concerts going on, and that's really a wonderful way to celebrate individual achievement and student achievement in the schools. But the school board is grappling with some serious issues.
At this point, what are they now?
Well, right now we're trying to decide what to do about the 6th grades that are not in the hummocks program right now, and that's from Central School and from Chatsworth. The Central School parents actually have had a committee to study the pros and cons of moving their students over to the hummocks, and if so, when. And the Chatsworth School has been, or we as a board have been taken by surprise that the enrollment figures have gone up, and they could actually be out of space in that school next year, but they will definitely be out of space the following year. So we're looking at phasing their 6th grades into the hummocks program also. So this past Tuesday night, we did have a presentation by the committee that was looking at the central move. The board has not made any decisions yet. We're really trying to factor in a lot of pieces. The next big board meeting in January on the 12th, we will be hearing from another committee that has been working all fall, and they are studying class size and space. So we need to factor all of that together, and hopefully later in January, towards the end of January, we will come to some decision about the timetable about in moving the 6th grades and how that will affect the budget, what kind of support staff we'd be bringing in, and really how best to work the students into the hummocks school.
Yes, it's a 25-year-old plan. For 25 years now, we've been discussing this. Right. But for the newcomers in our community, tell them when and where the board meetings are held.
The board meetings are held in the high school. There's a room called the PRCC, the Post Road Conference Center. It's on the Post Road side of the building. They are held on Tuesday nights. The second Tuesday of the month, of every month, is what we call the regular board meeting, in which it's televised. They can also watch on cable. And then alternating the other Tuesdays, we often have study sessions, also open to the public.
Wonderful.
In which we discuss major issues.
Right. Thank you for coming in and
You're
updating
welcome.
us.
Thanks for having me, Glenna.
Quite all right.
Okay.
The financial picture in the village of Mamaroneck doesn't seem to have very much red ink on it. For more, here's Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Sven Ome.
The financial situation of Mamaroneck Village looks much brighter this year than it did last year. Based on the audited financial statement for the fiscal year ending on May 31st, 1998, the village's operating fund showed a balance of $466,000. For the previous year, the balance had only been $95,000. According to Village Mayor Joseph Lancer, the village benefited from an increase in fines and received higher sales tax distributions from Westchester County. Also, the village did not face any substantial unanticipated expenditure during the last full fiscal year. Mamaroneck has been successful in collecting outstanding property taxes, as demonstrated by a collection rate of 99.95%. The village was also successful in reducing the long-term indebtedness by $740,000. Mayor Joseph Lancer expects that the financial condition of the village will improve further in the future.
Larchmont's Friends of the Family organization is looking for donations this holiday season, but not the monetary kind. They're looking to build up their troops and would be more interested in a gift of time. The Larchmont Friends of the Family was formed nearly 2 years ago by women who learned that a neighbor was seriously ill. Inspired by the way friends tended to the needs of that family, the members decided to organize a structured group that could find ways of helping neighbors. Working carefully around the issues of privacy and confidentiality, Kathleen Stott, Susan Morehouse, Mary Fleming Stein, and Aileen Ferrick joined together to incorporate as a non-for-profit, non-sectarian charitable organization. The group's aim is to mitigate the trauma faced by a family by offering meals, grocery shopping, laundry, cleaning, transportation, music lessons, and even dog walking. The initial call to a family is made through a third party, and the family's requirements are evaluated by a nurse and social worker. If you are interested in volunteering, please call 833-2513.
The Mamaroneck Library budget passed last week. The vote, 243 to 109, and 4 new members elected to the board. The $1.4 million budget is an increase of 4.6% from the previous one. For village homeowners whose property is assessed at the village average of $16,000, the new library tax bill will be $222.56 next year, and that reflects an increase of $9.76. The spending plan calls for funding a new computer terminal for internet access and keeping up the level of service now provided. Mamaroneck Village has the only library district in Westchester County, voted in 7 years ago. The newly elected library board members are Bernard Korn, Frank Light, Shirley Taylor, and Gregory Doherty.
A tradition of hanging holiday lights almost cost Celeste and Tom Gallinelli of Henry Street in Mamaroneck their lives. 2 women driving in a blue Geo Prism drove right into the porch of the Gallinellis' 2-story house a few blocks from Trotta's Pharmacy. Police are not sure why the car landed where it did. The driver, a woman in her late 70s, and her passenger, a woman in her early 30s, had to be extracted from the car. Firefighters quickly peeled back the car roof to remove the 2 women. They were taken to Sound Shore Medical Center of Westchester in New Rochelle, where they were listed in stable condition. The Gallinellis have a lot to be thankful for, as they told Tale of Terror. Luckily, the Gallinellis decided to start hanging their holiday lights at the end of their hedge. Otherwise, they would have found themselves in the path of the car when it hit.
The House of Representatives is scheduled to vote this week on the impeachment of President Clinton. But there's also a push to take a lesser step, censure. Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Christina Bolger sampled some of your neighbors' opinions.
President Clinton has now become the 3rd president in U.S. history to be threatened with impeachment from office. He faces 4 charges, 2 of perjury, obstruction of justice, and the abuse of power of office. The question is, will there be enough votes to impeach President Clinton, or will he face a lesser charge of censure? We're in our community to see how you feel.
I'm going to wait and see this through, grin and bear it, and wait until I know that I've heard all of the information that's possible to hear. They indicated yesterday there might be something further, so I'm waiting.
Do you think there'll be enough votes to impeach President Clinton, or do you think he'll be censured?
I think that he'll be censured.
How about you?
He'll be censured.
I don't think censure is a good idea. I think he's been very bad, and I think he set a very bad example for the youth of America, and I think that he has really destroyed the presidency.
Do you think President Clinton should be impeached?
No, not really.
Think he should be censured?
Yeah.
How about you, Mom?
I agree with my son. I think it would be a shame for the country if the president was impeached. I think he did do some not so smart things, but I think he's actually been a very good president.
I believe he should be censured. just from what I've seen from the hearings and following it, I just don't feel that there's enough information there that the man should lose his job. I mean, he's answered that he made a mistake. He has to face up with it, and I don't think necessarily he has to lose his job. He should just pay consequences in a different way.
Do you think President Clinton should be impeached or censured?
Censured. He's done a good job. I mean, everybody makes little mistakes here and there, but, you know, I have no complaints about the way the country is being run.
So you don't think
they're blowing it out of proportion, basically.
think there'll be enough votes to impeach President Clinton, or do you think he should be censured?
Truthfully, I would like to see him be impeached. Okay? But I think he's going to get away with it. I really do. They're talking about arresting him after he gets out of office, so we'll see. That's the only thing. My own feeling, he lied from the beginning, and that bothers me. Okay, he's supposed to be representing our country. You know, and I'm not a prude, but I've had enough of him.
My opinion is they should let him finish his term in office and then do whatever they have to do. If they find him legally guilty, he should serve whatever punishment is due him. But they should finish out a term. They shouldn't break this up for this.
Do you think there'll be enough votes to impeach President Clinton, or do you think he should be censured?
I think we should drop it.
No impeachment and no censure?
No censure, no impeachment. Let's just get on with the business of government.
The popular opinion in our community is that President Clinton should face the lesser charge of censure. For Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, I'm Christina Bolger.
All kinds of talented people living in our area, including a tree troll maker. So you may wonder, just what is a tree troll? Get alone, who would make them? Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Glenna Gray has an interview with Terry Epridge, who will explain it all.
Have you looked in your backyard recently? There are treasures out there, and Terry, tell us what you've done with the treasures from our backyards.
Well, I have gone to a variety of backyards, first of all, and front yards and local areas, finding various droppings of the trees in the fall, generally, and by using a bit of glue and patience and a bit of design, I've been able to make some marvelous trolls. I started out trying to make Christmas critters, but as I made them, I realized they were not sweet little gentle things to hang from a tree, but they were somewhat belligerent little creatures, many of them having a stance of attention or a stance of warriorship or guardianship. So I have these trolls that I say they guard the gifts.
So they could be used on Christmas trees?
They could be put on a tree.
And they can be purchased?
They can be purchased, yes. I sell them privately, but also Earth Smarts will be selling them next week, and they're located in Mamaroneck. They'll have them. And they're also, I sell them at fairs as well.
And also they can be made?
Very, very easily. I say that easily.
Because
too.
you're talented. Also, you make other things besides the tree trolls for Christmas.
You
have Christmas balls.
I have some ornaments that I make. I'm a graphic designer, but also a calligrapher. And I often make ornaments for like a child's first Christmas or people who have a new home, etc. And they're pretty bright and cheerful.
And can those also be purchased at Earth Smarts?
No, those you would have to order through me. I make them personally for each person, whereas the trolls are sort of generic.
Right. And the others are
others are very specific, custom made.
And this year you're sending half of the money you make to the people in Honduras and Guatemala.
Yes, 50% of the profits this year will go toward relief for those countries. I was making these in my kitchen, and I was so distraught about those countries and what had happened. I said, what am I doing here? And so I decided I can at least send.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you for coming in, Terry, and sharing with us your tree trolls.
How intricate and delicate fun holiday items, tree trolls. And I understand those tree trolls, all ready for holiday decorating, are also available locally at Mamaroneck Avenue this week in the shop called Earth Smarts in Mamaroneck Village Business District. Now on to other news and Westchester's county budget. Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Sven Ome.
Property owners in Westchester County may see their property taxes go down next year. The budget that County Executive Andrew Spano proposed in mid-November includes a drop in the property tax rate by 7.3%. The Budget and Appropriations Committee of the county legislature thinks that due to increased revenue projections, the tax rate might drop by 7.7%. But legislators think that some expenses should be cut, and this would make the tax break even greater.
From the county budget to the town of Mamaroneck preliminary budget. And the good news, no tax increase, at least as proposed. The strong economy is getting a lot of the credit. Town Administrator Steve Altieri says expenditures for day-to-day operations basically will remain the same, with improvements being made to the town communication system, including a new telephone system for the town center offices, and some equipment for the town to join the internet and have its own website. Some money is also in the budget for some Homics ice rink improvements, including the purchase of a new skate sharpener, new bleachers for parents and hockey fans, and improvements to the ticket booth at the Homics. Among the vehicles the budget calls for, purchasing is a stump gobbler. So when trees are cut down, the stump gobbler can go right in and gobble up the stump. Altieri says one reason it's a no-tax increase budget is because of the excellent performance of the non-tax revenues, including mortgage taxes. Alyssha?
Well, the Crab Shanty on 1521 East Paulston Post Road in Mamaroneck is running a food and clothing drive now through December 23rd to aid the people who lost their homes in the storms of Hurricane Mitch last month. The restaurant decided to launch the collection effort after discovering that the family of its chef, a native of Honduras, fell victim to the storm. Donations can be dropped off anytime after 11 a.m. daily. And for more information, please call 698-1352.
One of our alumni is back in town, all the way from Florida. Former weatherman Ed Muir, and he stopped by for a visit.
So good to see you. Tell us where you've been since you left the studios of LMC News.
Well, it's been a long journey. In June of '96, I went to Rapid City, South Dakota, where I started out doing weekend weather and then reporting 3 days a week. And then I left there in August of this year. And when I left there, I was anchoring on the weekends. I was also still doing the weather, and I was line producing the shows on the weekends and still reporting during the week. I was doing a lot of one-man banding. I got to shoot, and I got to edit. So that was a really great experience. I basically got to do everything. I learned everything I could learn, really, to do about local news. And in August, I got a job in Tallahassee, Florida, WC-TV, the CBS affiliate. It was a good career move. It's a bigger market, and it was a raise. And down there, I'm doing similar things. I'm doing weather on the weekends and still reporting 3 days a week. So it was definitely a good move.
Now, you mostly did weather here. You also did some reporting. Mm-hmm. How different is it? Did you have a really good experience here as far as learning about television news and having a good base to move into the South Dakota market?
Yeah, definitely. This was a really good base for me. It really helped my writing. It helped me learn how to write crisply, to write good news copy, and certainly doing the weather here gave me a good on-air presence. It really helped me to get my bearing in front of the camera, and for that I was definitely thankful. This is a really great opportunity. I mean, this is a unique situation. Not many towns have something like this, and so I'm definitely thankful for the opportunity that I got here to do the news and the weather.
So now that you're down in Tallahassee, Florida, the experience there, it's not so much, you don't have to do everything yourself.
Right.
But you could if you had to.
Yeah, exactly. I have a videographer there, and I don't do all of the editing. If I had to, I could pick up the camera because I shot for 2 years, but you're not encouraged to. I mean, the videographers basically keep all their equipment, and so you're assigned to a videographer, and you go to the story and they shoot, and also they do a lot of the editing as well. So there's a little more responsibility in the hands of the videographers than there was in South Dakota anyway, and that's kind of how it is. I guess the bigger the market you get, the more technical stuff will be done by the videographers and eventually editors as well, I guess, too.
Well, as you know, we always ask people to volunteer here at the station and for Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, and you got your start there, and now you're in the mainstream television news production. How about saying a few words of advice so we can get another weatherman or weatherwoman on this program?
Well, you know, anyone who's interested in getting into TV, I mean, this is a good little foot in the door. I mean, this gives you more experience and an immediate experience that you couldn't otherwise get if you were an intern somewhere, you know, at like a CBS in New York or something like that. I mean, you really can't underestimate how important this was to me. You know, I was here for a few years, and I watched my progress. I watched my tapes, and I, you know, became a little more polished along the way, and then got to the point where I became marketable to, you know, local news. And so, I mean, anyone who's interested in getting a foot in the door in the business, they'd be well, you know, it'd be well worth their while to look into something like this.
Well, thank you for that sales pitch, and good luck to you. Thanks for visiting.
Thanks. Good to be here.
And I understand that Ed Muir not only works for LMC-TV in Tallahassee, Florida, Channel 6. Anybody that goes down there, they can see Ed. But he is working with a cousin of our executive producer and director of this program, Jeff Montanaro.
Absolutely correct.
And so it's a small world out there, and we're really happy that Ed Muir is doing so well down in Florida.
And we hope his appearance prompts a new weather person to join our program.
We'll have news later on in this program on how you too can be a volunteer, and who knows, maybe you might be the next Walter Cronkite or Diane Sawyer, or who knows.
It's very possible. And area service agencies are being honored. With details, here's Larchmont-Mamaroneck Community News reporter Glenna Gray.
The local summit, a citizens action group, will co-host with local municipalities a holiday reception to celebrate the good works of 53 local human services agencies. Town Supervisor Elaine Price has invited employees, board members, and friends of local agencies to attend the event on Tuesday, December 15th in the courtroom of the Mamaroneck Town Hall. The local summit will present to the community a new 56-page edition of the Community Services Directory. This book gives information about social agencies that serve Mamaroneck and Larchmont. For Larchmont-Mamaroneck Community News, this is Glenna Gray.
There may be a drought watch in our area. For more, here's Larchmont-Mamaroneck Community News reporter Sven Ome.
While we were enjoying record temperatures for early December, the Commissioner of New York City's Department of Environmental Protection issued a warning that the use of water may have to be restricted soon. Our area receives its water from the city's reservoir system. The reservoirs are 57% full, but about 14 percentage points below the normal level for early December. If the dry spell continues, a drought watch might be issued as early as the beginning of next year. A drought watch carries only voluntary measures. It's the last step before mandatory water restrictions kick in. The drought watch will be announced in January if there should be less than a 50% chance that the reservoirs will be full by June 1st. And here are some suggestions how you can save water. Take shorter showers. Don't run the tap while shaving or brushing your teeth. Fix leaks. Run your dishwasher and washing machine only when they're full, and use a shorter cycle where available. For more water savings tips, you can call 718-337-4357 or go to the internet and check out the website www.ci.ny.us/DEP.
I would like to correct an error I made in our last program on the location of the newly opened Jubilee restaurant. There's no doubt the food is delicious, but the correct location is on Mount Pleasant Avenue, just down the hill from the post office and a stone's throw from the train tracks in Mamaroneck Village. That's for the Jubilee restaurant. My apologies.
And the holiday spirit is getting quite elaborate in our area, as Larchmont-Mamaroneck Community News reporter Christina Bolger found out.
The young students at the Danskevi School for Performing Arts held a singing ceremony for their holiday lighting of their school. Just before the lights were lit, the children expressed their holiday greetings.
Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember. you all happy holidays from Santa Beach. Our holiday show is December 16th in Mamaroneck at the Emlyn Theater. Come see us, everybody. Here we go. Happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays, happy holidays. All the dancers are singing happy holidays to you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy holidays from Dance Caboose. We wish you a healthy, safe, and happy holiday.
The school's voice and drama teacher, Danielle Artureri, led the students in song before the countdown for their lights. The holiday show will be held at the Emlyn Theater in Mamaroneck on Wednesday, December 16th at 7 p.m. The ticket price is $8. For Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, I'm Christina Bolger.
I'm with Lynn Nydorf. How are you, Lynn?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
We wanted to look at some of the beautiful items you have here on sale, and if you'd like to describe them and tell us about the sale that you've been having.
Well, we've been open now. We're at the end of our second week. We've had extended hours to accommodate the members of our synagogue, and we have lots of things for the holiday on sale and for all year round, for gifts and for birthdays, for ritual items, and I'll take you around and show you some of the items.
Thank you.
We have a lot of jewelry, some very beautiful jewelry, some yads and some Jewish stars, things to appeal to young people and to old, some little puzzle Jewish stars that move. Here's an example of one of them. Maybe I can give you a close-up of this beautiful Jewish star.
Oh, that's lovely.
And we have mezuzahs, so your house can be blessed. And here's Mr. Dreidel. He's a very popular item for young people. And we have tzedakah boxes, because it's very important that Jewish people give charity. That's considered a very high value in the Jewish religion. So all of these are tzedakah boxes, ways that your family can collect money to give to the needy. And we have some yarmulkes, and down here, some beautiful menorahs. This is your traditional Tree of Life menorah. This is a very popular one.
This is lovely. Can I hold this up with you? Can you
Please,
help me?
yes, it's very
We'll do it
heavy. This
together.
is ceramic. Our rabbi told us that his grandmother had this menorah when he was growing up, so this one has particular special meaning to him.
It's very beautiful.
To make Hanukkah more festive, we have things to decorate the house for Hanukkah. This is a wire garland that you can run up your banister, around your table, or on your door.
I'm going to need one of those.
And we have, this is a dreidel banner, and you can see up here, here's the Star of David foil decoration to adorn your house at Hanukkah. And then over here we have some lovely beeswax Shabbat candles that aren't just for Hanukkah, every Friday night all year round. And we sell books and candles. And if you come down here, you can see our stationery section where we have holiday cards and note cards and books to mark the occasion of bar and bat mitzvahs, where families can keep a record of who came and gifts and information about what made the bar and bat mitzvah special.
For Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, I'm Amy Schachtel. Have a very happy holiday.
And that's it for this edition of Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News for mid-December 1998.
If you want to see this news show again, you can. It's on every weekday night at 7 p.m. We record one show each week, and it's replayed on this channel, LMC-TV, Channel 14, and again at around 7 a.m.
Or if you want to request to see it, you can call LMC-TV after 4 in the afternoon during the week at 698-6808. Ask to see the news show. They'll try to put it on at a time that's convenient for you to watch.
And this reminder, this program is an all-volunteer effort, and we can always use some extra help in front of or behind the scenes, and it's a great give back to the community.
In short, if you want to volunteer to help us put this program on, we have something for you to do. Stop by some Thursday night in the LMC-TV studios and see how we do what we do.
The LMC-TV studios are in the Mamaroneck High School, the Palmer Avenue side, just up the stairs across from Walter's hot dog stand. We get started around 7:30 p.m. and we'd love to see you.
Also, if you have any comments or suggestions or some video of an event that you would like to put on this new show, bring it to the studio or write to us at LMC News, care of LMC-TV, 1 Library Lane, Mamaroneck, 10543. Thanks again for watching Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News. I'm Roger Norham.
And I'm Alyssha Miro, and have a very happy Hanukkah.
And good luck in your final attempt at holiday shopping in the days ahead. Stay well and warm.
This is the dreidel song. I'm gonna teach you, and I'm gonna do it right now. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when I'm done and ready, my dreidel I will play. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when I'm done and ready, the dreidel I will play. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when I'm done and ready, the dreidel I will play. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when I'm done and ready, the dreidel I will play. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when I'm done and ready, the dreidel I will play. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when I'm done and ready, the dreidel I will play. Dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when I'm done and ready, the dreidel I will play. For LMC News, I am Jake Michael. Happy Hanukkah.
We have some state champs in our midst, the Rhinebeck girls field hockey team.
Finally, the Regatta Condo and Village Office Complex has a ribbon cutting.
Westchester County's new budget has a big tax cut in it, nearly 8%.
The town wins another round in court over Bonnie Breyer.
An arrest made on the Mamaroneck Avenue A&P for alleged shoplifting.
And we'll interview the recipient of the Town of Mamaroneck Community Services Award and take a look at some holiday lights on our area homes. That and more, all on this Christmas edition, 1998 of Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News.
Hello and welcome to the Christmas edition of Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News for 1998. I'm Roger Norham.
And I'm Christina Bolger. Our top story?
The best in New York State, right here. It isn't often our area has state champs right in our midst, but we do now. The girls field hockey team from Rhinebeck High School, and they paid a visit here to Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News. Some very special guests on Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News. First of all, what's your name?
Fran Izzo.
And what are you and your friends here?
We're here basically because we won the league. We won the Section 1 title. Then we went on to regionals. We won those 2 games, and we won our state title.
And so the exact title is?
New York State Class D field hockey team.
Champions.
All right. And what's your name?
Mary Smith.
That means you're the best in the state in your area, right?
Yeah.
How does it feel?
It feels great.
All right, and what's your name?
Angie Gutierrez.
All right. Did you have to practice a lot, or just what makes state champions?
Well, really, we have to practice a lot, and really a close team really helps a lot to be close, and I don't know, that's it, I guess.
All right, that's okay. And what's your name?
Kate Yoakum.
All right, how many people are on a field hockey team?
Well, there's 17 on our team, but only 11 play on the field at a time.
Okay. And what's the most difficult thing to do in field hockey?
I guess score and save goals.
What is it? Is it practicing a lot, or all being close friends, or just what is it that makes you champions?
Both, I think. Everyone being close together. Our school is small, so everyone's friends, and the practice and the coach, and every day we practice. So, and we had 11 seniors, and so they led the team basically.
Okay. And I didn't get your name.
Justine Silver.
All right. Did I ask you your name already? Okay. All right. Let me get over here, and I'm going to ask the captain of the team. What's your name? One of the captains?
Yeah, there's 5.
What's your name?
Josie Pizzola.
Okay. How many hours a week did you have to practice to become state champions?
We practice after school 5 days a week, maybe like 2.5, well, a day. So maybe like, yeah, 10 hours a week or something.
Mm-hmm. And what did you do special to celebrate?
Well, we had some sleepovers after some of the victories, and we had a lot of dinners that our school gave us, and the town of Mamaroneck gave us a parade. Yeah, and we had a parade coming back with fire engines, and just stuff like that.
Okay. And what's your name?
Lena Carolini.
All right. What's the best thing about being state champions?
The best thing about being, oh my God, everything. You just feel that you're like on top of the world. You feel like you're best field hockey team around. We're really proud to be that great.
Any advice any of you have for any aspiring young field hockey players out there about, being state champions?
Well, I know our team, like everyone else said, we were really close, and communication is a really big important thing in field hockey, because if you don't have communication, and I know there were some games that we didn't communicate that well and we didn't play to our best ability. So communication's a big thing, and getting along with your players and a lot of practice and know what you're doing.
Well, that works just about in every aspect of life, doesn't it? Well, thanks for being with us on Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, and congratulations, state champions, right here in Rye Neck. Great.
Cost overruns lawsuits and still some vacancies, but the Regatta Condominium Mamaroneck Village Hall complex finally has its grand opening. It happened last Tuesday, and Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News cameras attended, and Mamaroneck Village Mayor Joe Lanza passed around a lot of thank yous at the ribbon-cutting ceremony.
This has taken so long to get to, all the work by so many people. And I'm just going to step back in time a little bit for those of you who don't know that back in 1983, there was a fire in this location where we stand, where actually one human being died in the fire trying to save other people's lives. That fire took down the townhouse, the fish market, and a couple of other stores that were historical buildings here in the village. It sat that way for many, many years. In 1992, when I became a trustee, my compadre, Walter Rogers, and I sat out in the parking area out in front of this building and looked down at the hole, and we said, we have to do something with this. We've either got to have a contractor come in to build a building, or the village would have to do something here. We worked very, very hard. We tried to find some contractors. Funding failed. It never got off the ground. We then turned around and went to the village manager and said, you got to come up with some kind of an idea of how we could put a building here and create a tax base for the village and start to enhance this 100 block of Mamaroneck Avenue. The village manager said he would work on it. He got back to us. He came across an idea of how to do this. And I should say, in the meantime, we had just gotten estimates to renovate our village hall up the street for about $2.5 million. We felt that if we can incorporate part of Village Hall in this building, that we would save the taxpayers about $2 million once we were through. And that's about the number that we are at right at this time.
Westchester County Executive Andy Spano said he was pleased. The regatta also addresses the need of affordable housing.
It's a great pleasure to be here and to compliment the village of Mamaroneck on its vision. When you look at this design here, you got the offices of the village here. You've got affordable housing at 3 different levels. It really creates within a community another community, and I think that's really important.
Former Mamaroneck Mayor and current State Senator Susie Oppenheimer also attended.
Just hallelujah. I mean, when they asked for my comment, that's all I could think to say. It's been a long time. The fire occurred while I was mayor here. We did lose a man who was living in the basement who actually had started the fire, but he couldn't be saved. We tried many things in the last couple of years that I was a mayor, and it was very, very difficult to put together the kind of financing necessary to make it a viable project. And so I'm just glad it took a long time because I've been in the Senate 14 years, so it's been at least 14, but I'm very, very happy that it's finally off the ground.
Counter. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, cut. Okay.
A Christmas present of sorts for area property owners from Westchester County, a nearly 8% tax cut. Details from Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Sven Ome.
The Westchester County Board of Legislators approved next year's budget on December 15th. The good news for property taxpayers, the property tax rate will go down by almost 8%. In reviewing the budget proposed by County Executive Andrew Spano, the legislators cut Spano's plan to establish a Department of Investigations. The $1.1 billion budget for the county passed by a 16-to-1 vote. The total amount of taxes collected in the county is estimated to drop by $2.4 million due to the cut in property taxes. County Executive Spano has promised to reduce the amount of taxes collected, the tax levy, by 15% by the year 2001. A first step in that direction has now been taken.
Larchmont Mayor Cheryl Louie wants to get the record straight about some recent articles in the Gannett News Journal. The story from Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Amy Schachtel.
From the Soundview News. Recently, at the Larchmont Village Board, Mayor Cheryl Louie stated significant errors in the articles about fire services in Westchester County. Contrary to the information in the Gannett Journal News, Larchmont has good reason to be proud of their fire services. Larchmont has been rated as one of the best in the county. Some reasons being efficiency of communication, availability of water, and capable management of the fire department. Only 5 other municipalities in the county rate as high as Larchmont. Mayor Louie also states that all 3 local municipalities, being Town of Mamaroneck, Village of Mamaroneck, and Village of Larchmont, have tower ladders. Both the Village and Town of Mamaroneck have aerial ladders, and if the need arises, cooperatively and effectively share the equipment. At a village board meeting earlier this month, one resident urged that the Village of Larchmont consider again merging with the Town of Mamaroneck.
You may have heard some recent stories concerning the ever-popular backpacks kids put on. Seemingly everything but the kitchen sink goes inside. But, well, it seems students at Ryeneck High School have carried the backpack to another level with wheels. More from Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Glenna Gray.
Ryeneck middle schoolers are trading in their backpacks for rolling suitcases. One parent found she had to apply ice treatments to her child's shoulder every night, plus she gave her Advil because of the backpack. Many medical doctors are still divided over whether the backpack will lead to back problems. Annie Brandon, a chiropractor in Brewster, wishes the Ryeneck trend would catch on elsewhere. She believes when children carry their backs improperly, it can cause headache, neck and back pains, and fatigue that could lead to degenerative arthritis and poor posture. However, if there are handles on the pack, the child should not have to bend over to move the pack. For Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, I'm Glenna Gray.
Shoplifting is an arrestable offense, as the 23-year-old New Rochelle resident found out from Mamaroneck Village Police. Gambino Enriquez allegedly was shoplifting several rolls of camera film from the A&P food store on Mamaroneck Avenue in Mamaroneck when he was arrested. The store's bookkeeper told me that Enriquez had been warned several times over the past few months about shoplifting and asked to leave the store and not to come back. He apparently did and was arrested by Mamaroneck Village Police and charged with petty larceny.
The people who own the controlling share of Bonnie Briar Country Club lost another round in the court battle against the town of Mamaroneck earlier this month. The appellate division of the state court system ruled that the law limiting development on the country club grounds is indeed constitutional. The Bonnie Briar Syndicate wants to build 71 houses on the club's 147-acre property. But the town rezoned the area to keep this from happening, and it's been in the courts for more than 4 years. The next move could be to the state's highest court, the Court of Appeals. It's not certain, however, if the Bonnie Briar Syndicate will give it yet another try in the courtroom.
On the subject of holiday themes, if you have to drive onto or off of Interstate 95, you can't miss the masterpiece display of lights on Mamaroneck Avenue. Ever wonder how long or how many people it takes to do all that work? Well, we did. So we stopped and asked at the Castorella home. 14-year-old Danny Castorella is the artist of lights. He's responsible for these unique vignettes of holiday themes. His grandfather, Joe Guerreri, helps with the wiring. According to his proud dad, Alan Castorella, his son's creative flair is much in demand by admirers of his work. Danny has assisted some of his neighbors with their lights. Castorella began decorating his home the first week of November and put the finishing touches on Thanksgiving Day.
Very nice to look at, and also I'm sure Con Ed is very happy to see that display as well. A big honor and award complete with ceremony at the Mamaroneck Town Hall. Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Julie Gilligan interviewed the winner of the Community Services Award.
My name is Julie Gilligan, and I'm a reporter tonight to interview someone we're very proud of, Ken Wanderer. We're sitting in the at the reception. We've just had a wonderful reception by the Summit Committee. Ken has been honored by the supervisor, Elaine Price, and has received proclamations, which we have here, from Elaine, from the mayor of Larchmont, and the mayor of Mamaroneck. And also, the local summit group that Ken has been the coordinator of has presented him with a colored cover copy of our brand new Directory of Community Services. Ken, what is so special about being with the Summit Group?
Well, Julie, the Summit Group is a group of very talented individuals who do their own job without involving everybody else in their work, and they all pull together with a great deal of coordination and friendship, but they basically take responsibility for their own performance. It's sort of a non-organized organization.
What are some of the activities the Summit has done this year? Could you tell us a little bit about that? Just mention them?
Well, we mentioned a few of them. One of the longest running and biggest accomplishments was the Youth Council, which has been established, in which the youth of the high school and also Neck work together to develop some programs for their own purposes and their own uses. It's not something that's handed down from the senior citizens. It's built up from the ground up from the junior citizens, and they take responsibility and do for what they can do for themselves. So that's been something we've been worked on for a couple of years, and we're happy about that. We also worked with the school board on studying the pre-K program and some of the financial implications of it, and acted as a resource to the school board in that regard. We've also been doing a little bit of work on taxi cab fares for seniors and disabled people. That has come quite a long way. It was a discount for those folks, but I think there's still some more organization work to be done to get the three communities all singing out the same hymn book. So what else we've done? We've
well, you have the directory there.
Oh yes, my gosh, it is right. One of our biggest and first projects back at the beginning of the summit was to produce a community services directory that would tell both the community service providers what there was in the community, and also tell the volunteers where they can go to help if they would like to help out with any one of these particular activities.
Our special thanks to Julie Gilligan for doing that report, and Julie now is very much involved with the Larchmont Historical Society, as well as doing an occasional cameo appearance on this program. Thanks again, Julie.
I stand corrected again. On a recent edition of this program, I indicated that the green light had been given to the running of dogs at Harbor Island Park, as long as their owners cleaned up after them. Seems I reported the story a bit prematurely. It wasn't quite fact then, but it is now. The green light is now on a trial basis until the 1st of March. The Mamaroneck Village Board approved the idea at last week's board meeting. Just might help keep those pesky Canada geese off the fields. And if you're thinking of running your dog at Harbor Island Park, remember you have to clean up after your pet, or the privilege will likely be suspended. So before you bring your dog down to Harbor Island Park for some running, make sure you also have your pooper scooper nearby. And so now it's down to counting the hours left to holiday shopping, or it may also be too late by the time you see this program. But for what it's worth, shopping tips from Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Glenna Gray.
This year, $87 billion will be spent on catalog purchases. First USA surveyed many Americans, and they discovered 88% of us would do more catalog shopping if the shipping costs were included. The giant credit card company is now offering its 60 million MasterCharge card and Visa customers free shipping if they use the company store, Harold's, JCPenney Best Gifts, Omaha Steaks, and Orvis. For more details, call 1-800-451-2491. Besides that, it's a good idea to keep a record of the company's name, the phone number, the item ordered, size and color, and get a confirmation date, and absolutely get the total cost before the sale is finalized. For Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, I'm Glenna Gray.
Before leaving you, we have a couple of tips on holiday cheer to share with you from Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News reporter Catherine Kaywood.
If you're looking for some ways to fill your house with holiday cheer without spending a fortune, we have a few tips. For example, you can try dimming the lights and using candles. You can light a fire. You can gather pine cones and holly and use them as decorator items. You can use scented soaps in the bathroom, simmer cinnamon and apple on the stove, pierce an orange with a fork and stick cloves in it, fill the house with flowers or evergreens. You can sit back, sing Christmas carols, and just enjoy the family time together. If you have additional suggestions for us to include in next year's edition, please phone us at 698-6808. For Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, this is Catherine Kaywood.
And don't forget to say happy holidays to any and everyone you see. I asked the question of area residents.
Would you like to wish anyone season's greetings?
I sure would. My new baby daughter, Gabrielle. Merry Christmas for your very first Christmas. Thanks.
We're on Chatsworth Avenue in Larchmont, and we have some students here that would like to wish some season's greetings. Here you go.
We wish you a Happy Hanukkah. We wish you a Merry Kwanzaa. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thanks, guys. To wish happy holidays to anyone?
Sure. I like to wish a Merry Christmas to my family and a very happy and healthy New Year.
How about you?
My family and friends.
Thank you. Would you like to wish anyone a happy holiday?
Yeah, my family and all my family friends and my relatives.
Thank you. Would you like to wish anyone a happy holiday?
We like to wish everybody in the world happy
families and our friends.
and a happy holiday.
And a new year.
Thank you.
I'm in Larchmont with the Homick School students, and they would like to wish everyone
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa Fest, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Nikki's number 4.
Promotion in Mamaroneck Avenue, and they would like to wish everyone a
Merry Christmas!
holiday greetings to anyone?
Yes, I'd like to wish everyone a happy holiday and good health for the new year.
Diller's Toy Store in Mamaroneck Avenue, and everybody here would like to wish everyone out there
Happy
holidays.
Holidays.
To who?
To my teacher and my class.
Happy holiday to you too. Anyone else?
No.
Who would you like to wish a holiday greeting to?
Just all the people of the village and town of Mamaroneck. JJ from Mamaroneck Pizza Connection, and to have a great holiday and a prosperous new year.
Would you like to wish a happy holiday to?
To my mother down south, North Carolina, and to my kids, they with me. Well, I would say to my mother down south, and I would have Merry Christmas to everybody.
Well, thank you. Happy holiday to you too.
Okay, and Happy New Year's to everybody, and a Merry Christmas.
I'd like to say season's greetings to all of our customers that have made it worth it for us to be here, and happy holidays to my family, my 3 girls, and that's about it. You too, have a happy holiday.
Thank you.
From Balloon World.
I'm at Nikki's Pizza in Larchmont, and they would like to wish everyone in our community
Happy holidays.
Well, I hope you recognize someone wishing you a season's greetings. On behalf of everyone at Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News Team, we'd like to wish you and your family a very happy, healthy, and safe holiday. For Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, I'm Christina Bolger.
And while we're looking through our holiday cards, we happen to have a rather large one left here on the set by this news program. Some Mamaroneck high schoolers did it, who also sit in these very chairs in the morning doing the MHS info program. Let's take a look at this card, and what does it say
You've
here?
done a great job. We've decorated our set and plan on using it as decorated through Monday, December 21st. Please take care not to damage or move anything. We'll have to remember that. If possible, why not judiciously cover our logo with your photo, and voila, a holiday set. Please acknowledge the decor. Thanks, there are juniors.
And it's
MHF
been
info.
duly acknowledged. Ho, 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 and that's it for our Christmas edition, 1998. Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News in our 9th year of doing this show.
If you want to see this news show again, you can. It's on every weekday night at 7 p.m. We record one show each week, and it's replayed on this channel, LMC-TV, channel 14, and again at around 7 a.m.
Or if you want to request to see it, you can call LMC-TV after 4 in the afternoon during the week at 698-6808. Ask to see the news show. They'll try to put it on at a time that's convenient for you to watch.
And this reminder, the program is an all-volunteer effort, and we could use a few more volunteers, either behind the scenes or as a reporter, or maybe you like to shoot video. We need you.
In short, if you want to volunteer to help us put this program on, we have something for you to do. Stop by some Thursday night after the new year, not this coming Thursday night, in the LMC-TV studios and see how we do what we do.
The LMC-TV studios are in the Mamaroneck High School, the Palmer Avenue side, just up the stairs across from the Laramach Walters hot dog stand. We get started around 7:30 p.m. and we would love to see you. But remember, don't stop by until Thursday in January.
Also, if you have any comments, suggestions, or some video of an event that you would like us to put on this news show, bring it to the studio or write to us at LMC News, in care of LMC-TV, 1 Library Lane, Mamaroneck, 10543. Thanks again for watching Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News. I'm Roger Norham.
And I'm Christina Bolger. Have a very healthy, safe, and a wonderful holiday, and we'll see you next year.
And from all of us at Larchmont Mamaroneck Community News, we want to wish you and yours the very best. And remember to count all your blessings of the past year. Also, think about New Year's resolutions. And don't be too upset when the resolutions fall by the wayside early in 1999. Happy New Year and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.